two of you haven't been able to figure out by talking with Hamlet why he's acting so oddly, acting with a wild, dangerous lunacy. That's such a huge shift from his earlier calm behavior.
He does confess his feelings himself distracted, but from what cause will he by no means speak? Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring him on to some confession of his true estate.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman, but with much forcing of his disposition. He did not ask many questions, but answered our questions most extensively.
Did he try to get you to do something fun?
Madame, as it happened, we crossed paths with some actors along the way there, and when we mentioned them to Hamlet, he seemed to feel kind of joy. They're at the court now, and I think they were to perform for him that very night.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, I'm glad to hear of his interest. Gentlemen, try to nurture this interest of his and keep him focused on these amusements.
We shall, my lord.
Dear Gertrude, please go as well. We've sent for Hamlet as a way for him to meet with Ophelia, seemingly by chance. Her father and I, spying for justifiable reasons, will place ourselves so that we can't be seen, but can observe the encounter and judge from Hamlet's behavior whether love is the cause of his madness.
I shall obey you.
As for you, Ophelia, I hope that your beauty is the reason for Hamlet's insane behavior. I hope also that your virtues will get him to return to normality for both of your benefits. Madam, I wish it may.
Your Majesty, if you agree, let's go hide. Read this prayer book to make sure your being alone seems natural. You know, this actually is something people can be blamed for doing all the time, acting as if they're religious and devoted to God is a way to hide their bad deeds.
Oh, that's all too true. His words were like a whip against my conscience. The whore's ugly cheek, only made beautiful with makeup, is no more terrible than the things I've done and hidden with fine words. Oh, what guilt!
I hear him coming. Let's withdraw and hide.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Is it nobler to suffer through all the terrible things fate throws at you? Or to fight off the troubles and in doing them, end them completely? To die. To sleep. Because that's all that dying is, and by sleep I mean an end to all the heartache and 1,000 injuries that we are vulnerable to. That means an end. That is an end to be wished for. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perhaps the dream. Yes, but there's the catch. Because the kind of dreams that might come in that sleep of death after you have left behind your mortal body are something to make you anxious. That's the consideration that makes us suffer the calamities of life for so long. Because who would bear all the trials and tribulations of time, the oppression of the powerful, the disrespect, the arrogance of man, the pangs of unrequited love, the slowness of justice, the disrespect of people in office, and the abuse of good people by bad, when you could just settle all your debts with nothing than an unsheathed dagger? Who would bear his burdens and grunt and sweat through life if they weren't frightened of what might happen after death? That undiscovered country from which no visitors return, which we wonder about and which makes us prefer the troubles of life rather than to fly and it's in the face of ones we don't. Thus the fear of death makes us all cowards. And our natural willingness to act is made weak by too much thinking. Actions of great urgency and importance get thrown off because of this sort of thinking. They cease to be actions at all, but wait. Here's beautiful Ophelia. Beauty, may you forgive all your sins and all my sins in your prayers.
Good, my lord. How is your honor this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well,
My lord, I have some mementos of yours that I've been wanting to return to you for a while. Please take them back.
no, it wasn't me. I never gave you anything.
My honorable lord, you know very well that you did. And along with these gifts, you wrote letters with words so sweet that they made the gifts seem more valuable. But now the joy they brought me is gone. So please take them back. Beautiful gifts lose their value when their givers turn out to be unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
I truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what is to be bought than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock that we shall relish in it. I did not love you.
I fell for your trick then.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it will be better that my mother did not bore me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to give them action. Why should such a fellow as I be crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant gnats all. Believe none of us. Go your ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
May he get locked in so he can play the fool in his own home. Farewell.
Oh, dear God, please help him. Make him sane again.
I proclaim we will have no marriages. Of course, of those who are married already, but one person will live on as couples. Everyone else will stay single. Go to a nunnery. Go.
Oh, I am the most miserable of all the women who once enjoyed hearing his sweet words. A once noble and disciplined mind that sang sweetly is now harsh and out of tune. The unmatched beauty he had in the full bloom of his youth has been destroyed by madness. Oh, poor me. To have seen Hamlet as he was, and now to see him in this way.
Love? His feelings don't move in that direction. And his words, although they were a bit all over the place, weren't crazy. No, his sadness is like a bird sitting on an egg. And I think that whatever hatches is going to be dangerous. To prevent that danger, I've made a quick decision. He'll be sent to England to try to get back the tribute money they owe to us. What do you think?
It should work, but I still think that the cause of his madness was unrequited love. Hello, Ophelia. You don't have to tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do whatever you like, but if you think it's good and to your liking, after the play, let his mother, the queen, get him alone and beg him to share the source of his grief. She should be blunt with him. Meanwhile, if you think it's all right, I'll hide and listen to what they say. If she can't find the source of his madness, send him to England or confine him, whatever you think is best.
It shall be so. Madness and great ones shall not be unwatched.